Hello, Jason Van Sickle here. Very important day today for our restoration page. I'm here with George Lyons with Contemporary Motorcar, and here it is. This is the 1963 Dan Gurney livery for the Lotus 29 that we've been working on for so long. It's great to see it. George has been a great supporter of the museum, a longtime historic IndyCar exhibition participant. He's usually in here during May for a different time, but obviously it's great to see this. You know, how long of a process was this? Obviously you got the bare tub, and your guys and your crew took the care, obviously donated the time and money that it took to paint this, but it looks great. I just want to give you a chance to talk about it a little bit.
Well, I appreciate that, Jason. First off, it was a real honor to have been selected by the museum to have a chance to even do this car. This is certainly a extremely noteworthy Indy car that needed to be returned back to its Dan Gurney 63 debut as it ran here at the track. This was basically a good car for us to start with. I've done some Indy cars that were in far more troublesome shape than this car was to start with, but it was your typical 50-year-old race car that was ready for total restoration, that's for sure. I have to mention that the two guys that I work with in Erie that are not here today, Gary Slurkanik and Greg Felix, were the team that worked with me to do this car. We did the body, paint, tub, all of the fiberglass and metal cosmetic correction work that it did need to get to a condition like this, and then of course worked off of vintage photography, mostly supplied by the museum, some that I tracked down myself, to very accurately duplicate the paint scheme, all the decaling, the striping, the lettering, to really get the car precise to what I believe it looked like when it was just a few hundred yards from here getting ready to go out on the track.
Yeah, you know, anytime you do any sort of body work and paint, that takes a long labor of love and time, but the detail that you guys went into doing the forensic research and the photographs, things like the Firebird gasoline logo, the hand lettering, you know, it's to the area that it was done in 1963.
Yes, one thing to mention, like all these race cars, they go through changes even in the month of May, of course. We worked with museum staff and especially AJ to make sure that this car was done to be precise to how it was on race day. There were some changes to this car, the 93 car, through the month, but of course we wanted it to be exact to how Dan slid into it at the drop of the flag. And yes, there was some decaling and some cosmetic changes that we had to chase, but that's the fun part for me. I like all of that. I like the historic challenge. I learned that when I did some of my first roadsters a long time ago with AJ Watson, that the research is such a big part of it to get them right.
Yeah, and I mean it's the devil's in the details, obviously, with the amount of time just in the livery itself, just in the hand lettering, the sanding, things like that come with this. It's great. We truly appreciate all the work that you and your team have done.
Thank you.
This is a huge milestone for us to actually have an Unveil livery. But you know, things are going to start getting bolted on, and it's going to start looking like it go from a cigar to an actual race car here soon. So thank you guys. Thanks to all the support of the members and the donors for this. Without your support and your generosity, this would not be what we have today. Keep checking out our Facebook page for more information and updates.
Thank you again.